Hello everybody and welcome to round 2 of your Sim Raceway American Legends Championship. What a way to start this championship last weekend out at Watkins Glen before GT40 Mark 1's putting on an impressive show and showing us exactly why these cars are deemed as American Legends. But now we go into Mid-Ohio, one of my personal favourite tracks. It has such a fantastic blend of corners, such a great balance to it. It's got a brilliant fast section, it's got a very tricky uphill section going in towards turn number 5. The car goes weightless for a second as it goes down the hill. It's extremely difficult for these drivers to drive a perfect lap here, and this is what makes this so challenging and so entertaining to watch. So my name's Liam Jenkins and I'll be calling all of the action for you as we also later on introduce you a new championship to your Sunday night entertainment, and that is the Lola World Championship. We'll talk to you a little bit more about that as the time nears. But for now we need to take a look at the 500 to 900 B race that's going on right now. These Corvette GTR2s, the beautiful cars here, the C6.R GT2. It really is a fantastic bit of machinery, very well known around the GT community. The Corvettes have such a sting to them when you hear them, and I'll tell you what, a bit of personal insight as well. When I went to Silverstone for the World Endurance Championship, I know maybe it wasn't the exact same car, but those Corvettes you could tell a mile away. They truly are beasts of the GT world. They've achieved so much, and again, truly are American legends after everything they have achieved in the American Le Mans series, at Le Mans and at other similar endurance events. We'll see what they can do today under the control of some of the finest Sim Raceway drivers that the series has to offer. The cars with a top speed of 194 miles an hour are really going to push drivers to the limits today. We've got some little cheeky surprises lined up for you as well, including a throwback to the American Le Mans series back when this race was in, I think it was 2012. I'm just going to show you some fantastic little bit of insight to there as well. But for now, let's take a look at the qualifying action as it happens. And it's Weber 88 who's the fastest man on circuit at the moment, with Dimitri in second, Litos 76 in P3. P4 belongs to Master Rocco, 5th place is Darek, 6th place is Bellina, 7th is Reckon, 8th place is Marmot 144, 9th Jim Wally, 10th Wacky Pie, 11th is Alan W5, who's making his return here to competitive Sim Raceway competition, so it'll be great to see what he can do today. Seemingly having some latency issues at the moment. That connection's not looking the finest it's ever been, but that rounds out your runners for this race at the moment. So the 500 to 900 skill quantities have already thrown up some fantastic surprises. We saw a brilliant show of action just a couple of weeks ago at the climax of our last championship, but then seeing this American Legends get underway and seeing the amount of tension that was endured around Watkins Glen really does leave us in high hopes for the second round. It's a lot to play for, and Dimitri looks to take it all as he sets a time of 122.963, and that is the fastest of the day so far. So now the question is, can he hold it though? Because he's got himself about 2 tenths over Weber 88, and that is the closest that margin has been in a long time. The final 2 minutes officially underway. Litos 76 could be an outside low, never say never. Definitely showing some potential earlier on. And to get himself on the second row of the grid is by no means an easy thing to do, especially in a series as competitive as this one. So it's just all about the waiting game for these drivers and seeing if they can really master the circuit. Alan does set a time there in P7 at the moment. Still, the connection seeming to be a little bit of an issue, and hopefully that issue will resolve itself just before the race gets underway very shortly. We've had a 12th driver join as well, so all 12 have set laps at the moment. So great news as Dimitri goes over the line with a 123.627. Doesn't improve his previous best, and he's still only 1/10 up over Reba, who's also just started his next qualifying bid and what could be his final one. time will tell as he makes his way down this long back straight. The favoured slipstream in, an overtaken opportunity by many of the drivers here today. Got about a minute left of the session. And as Reba makes his way down in towards that very, very difficult turn number 4 and turn number 5. They're very, very complex indeed. You can see the elevation change. You can see the way the weight shift of the car really throws off the driver. There's a terrible amount of oversteer there underneath that 194 mile an hour monster that is the C6.R. And as Reba makes his way towards the end of the lap now, it's a little bit of traffic up in front, but I can't see it being too much of an issue. You can see the helicopter there just flying over, providing some brilliant TV images for us today. A little bit of smoke there going into the final corner. Was that a lockup, I wonder? Reba will not be worrying about that though as he goes over the crest of the final corner and over the start-finish line now, and he goes pole by 0.2 of a second, and Dimitri just behind him. Oh, he takes it back. Dimitri takes it back by 0.06 of a second. And it does remind you of the 2008 Formula 1 World Championship finale where Felipe Massa held that championship for what must have been no more than 30 seconds. Dimitri takes provisional pole position with a few cars still out on the circuit. So Lee Tossaman in third, could be a spanner in the works. You need to find a second. Can he find it? The answer to that question is no, unfortunately for him. Dore gets scarily close though in P4, just 0.06 of a second away. Masterocco's session is over, and as is everyone's except for Reckon. However, I feel that may come to a close very shortly. He's only got a couple more corners to go. No, he's got that apex all wrong through turn number 11. And as he approaches that very tight apex of turn number 12, I think this could be too little too late for the 8th place man. But let's find out anyway. He goes over the start-finish line now. And no improvement. So that is the end of your session. Reckon does not move up in the standings. And Dimitri is your pole sitter by no more than 0.06 of a second. We'll be right back with you with the full 9-lap race. everybody, and welcome back live to your Sim Raceway American Legends Championship Round 2, live from the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course with these beautiful Corvette C6Rs. My name's Liam Jenkins. I'll be calling all of the action for you over this 9-lap race and just seeing if Dimitri can win from pole position or if Reaper 88 is going to put a spanner in the works. Let's find out then. We've got 2 red lights, we've got 3, we've got the 4th, the engine started red, and now we're away at a slow start. The back, someone's not moved, and that has not gone well at all as the car's charged down in towards that very tricky first corner. It is Dimitri that still leads from Litos, so there's no way anyone was making a pass through there. Bellina's now out of the race. There are a few cars struggling in the backfield there. I think Reckon's still just making his way through turn 1. Wacky Pie's done something very similar. Master Rocco tries to pass for P4, goes a bit wide, and in turn could very much so lose P5 if he's not careful, because Mehmet 144 is looking very dangerous there and could perhaps punish him. See if he will or no though, he's trying to get to the inside, but Master Rocco holding his line, holding his strength. You can see in the background Alan W5 with the lights on and a big into the net, and I'm not too sure if that was a crash or if that's a lag issue. Either way, I think that's Master Rocco has had a big issue indeed. He's stuck in the gravel trap and he's going to stop and go, so the race has not gone well at all for Master Rocco in this early stint, and Alan W5 is off. And Alan is not going to be happy with that one. Down to P9. The internet connection seeming to still be a small issue here. But none of these issues are affecting your race leader, who now has a 1.5 second lead over Litos 76. So Dimitri comes towards the end of the first lap with 2.3 seconds leading. That is a very impressive statistic indeed, and you can see up the hill towards turn number 2. Very tight, tricky corner indeed. And look at Darek as well in P3, you can see trying to go around the outside, holding his line as Reba suffered down into P4. Darek fancies a bit of that action, and Reba's going to have to try and sling one up the inside here, and he's got to do it fairly quickly. Question is, can he do it? No. Darek maintains the line, and as you can see, just now tries to get in pursuit of Litos 76 sooner rather than later. So a quick update of the order then, as Dimitri comes towards the end of his second lap with again that lead extending. Dimitri from Litos, Darek 3rd, Reba 4th, 5th place for Jim Wally, 6th for Mehmet, 7th Wacky Pie, 8th place for Reckon, 9th Master Rocco, Alan down to P10, and your last remaining runner after Bellinas took a retirement earlier on. The field's starting to spread out a bit now. There's not too many battles when it comes to the circuit. I think each car separated by must be about 2-3 seconds each now. Even so, 2.8 seconds. The gap is what Dimitri has at the moment. There's a little bit of a fight perhaps brewing in the background with Darek and Reba. There's also Jim Wally and Mehmet 144. Mehmet goes very wide indeed through there, and that's not exactly going to help matters at all. He needs to get back to the inside as soon as he can, especially when Jim Wally is making errors like that. Under the Honda bridge they go as Mehmet tries to find some sort of way to increase his pace or at least catch him, and that's not the way to do it. And he's got it all wrong. He's got it every way but the right way, and the car has finally spun. And a very tense place as well. You don't want to spin your car in that part of the circuit. That's almost just asking for trouble. Even so, now he's got Master Rocco breathing down his neck, and he goes a bit wide, but is able to recover it just in time before he lost out any major time. So lap 4 out of 9 then about to be underway now as Master Rocco tries to figure out how to catch Mamut. If he's going to be making small errors like that all afternoon, it shouldn't be the hardest draw in the world. But let's find out. We need to see what Mamut's defending showcase is like here. Attacking's one thing, but to be able to fend off a competitor for that amount of time now, this is over half the race we have left, it's very difficult to do. Just going on a bit further up the field then as well, and nice again battle starting to take place with 4th, 3rd and 2nd. Litos 76 losing a lot of time very quickly. Not exactly being able to pull away the same margin as Dimitri has, now 2.9 seconds in front of Litos 76 and co. Over the line for the start of lap number 5. Darek needs to try and get past quickly because Reba is going to be loving this popcorn-esque seat right now. He's got the best view in the house, watching these two cars duel away. All he's got to do really is get himself a little bit closer and get ready to capitalise on any opportunity. Oh, and a bit wide there for Darek. He's starting to struggle now as Mid-Ohio starts to come into its own. It really is built for sports cars. And you can see that in every single corner that's been designed here, the amount of elevation change it puts the cars through, it is constant pressure. There is no time for a driver to sit back and reflect upon the race so far. And no, it's exactly proven there. But Darek gets that completely wrong. You have to be 100% focused 100% of the time. And if you're not, well, Mid-Ohio is going to have some nasty surprises for you. And Darek is seemingly finding those relatively quickly. And I think a lot quicker than he would like to. In towards turn number 1, once again for the lap 6 out of 9. Bit of a look-up from all 3 participants in that battle there. Jim Wally's catching these guys as well. In fact, he was a little bit slower last time round. He had a bit of a dodgy lap there at 1:24.7. But we've seen it quicker that time, and if these guys do get properly locked into World War 7 by this rate, the amount of battles we've seen here in Sim Raceway, but it's really going to give Jim Wally a bit of hope, because 4 laps is not enough to get yourself past another car, especially when you're 5 seconds away. But if those cars start battling and they're hustling around, vying for different racing lines to try and pass one another on a track as tight and as punishing as this, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting climax to this race if Jim Wally can get a bit closer. Right now, Reba's the man getting closer though, isn't he? Because Darek is succumbing to all of that pressure. He made an error here last time round, if you remember, just over about a minute and a half ago. Doesn't do it this time though. And now Reba looking to really mount some sort of assault charge on him. And Darek's not too sure what to do. Does he try and defend? Does he try and attack? See then over the start finish line, lap 7 out of 9, 3 laps left to go here at Mid-Ohio, with the order still the same in your top 5. So a quick update as to what's going on a little bit further down the field. We've got Alan, who's now progressed up into 8th position, so he's made a little bit of positive movement there after having a very troublesome start to the race. It's nice to see him recover in his return to competitive action here. And Master Rocco's had a spin, his race could get better. And that is coming off of turn number 5. Oh, just going into turn number 5, I beg your pardon. So Alan goes up to P7. And Alan lit up the pit button there. Not too sure if he's anticipating a late stop here or what, but it'd be an easy error. We need to focus back on the action at the front now as Reba goes very wide. And these three yellow beams of light almost, these cars are so quick. Going towards turn number 1 for the penultimate lap of the day. Litos is looking dangerous. He's defended gallantly all afternoon. He just needs that one more lap. One more time to come. And this race is going to belong to him in terms of that second spot. And in some ways, for Litos, that's going to feel like a victory. Because right now, he's untouchable. What he really needs is Reba to catch Darek again. One small error from Darek is going to not only hand this race to Litos, but put that third position in absolute jeopardy this late on in the race. Through the end of sector 1, and Dimitri hasn't pulled away as fast as we would have thought. He had about a 2.3 second lead after lap number 2. We're now on lap number 8, and it's only extended by about 2 seconds. And that is with these 3 cars battling as well. And now through the final corner to start the final lap of the day. Litos still leads that trio. Dimitri's win is pretty much a given as he extends that gap to 5.2. A 1:23.0, extending 4 tenths alone that lap over Litos 76 and company. And now things are starting to get a little bit heated. You can see the sky taking a bit more of an autumny tone here. A little bit of red tint in the sky to signify the climax of this race. Is it going to be a happy climax or maybe not so a happy one for Litos 76 and the 3 guys who are trying to take that second position away from him? We've got a drive through there for Mehmet, who enters the pit lane. Alan is going to retake 7th position then, so Mehmet is going to drive through, and that is really going to hurt his race as Master Rocco is going to surely take 9th off him as well. And Darek tries to attack and he just can't quite get alongside. He's running out of time as well. We're very aware this is only a short lap here in Mid-Ohio. Yes, it's 13 corners, but they're very fast flowing. There's not a lot of time to slow down, especially towards the end of this circuit. So there was a penalty for Mehmet. That was for contact with Master Rocco. We need to take a look at Dimitri because through the final corner he comes. Round 2 of the American Legends Championship belongs to him. He flashes the lights and he's so happy with that. And Litos will feel like a winner because that is a defensive drive of a lifetime. Holds off Darek for 3rd, holds off Reba for P4. He couldn't quite get it done. Proving to the guys who'll be racing in the A race in just a short moment's time. Overtaking here in Mid-Ohio is not an easy task. Jim Wally crosses the line in style there in P5. P6 is Wacky Pie. 7 will be Alan W5 in just a few moments' time. 8th place Mehmet 144. Who's going to try and have to hold from Master Rocco. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out. Master's not too far away. Reckon 10. And Belinas is your lone retirement of the race. Alan goes through the final corner now. That's a given. He's got it. P7. Not a bad return to competitive racing there for Alan Wu. As Mehmet now goes across the start-finish line. And he holds it. Well done to Mehmet. Despite that late penalty, overtakes Master Rocco and keeps 8th position. So what a run that was. Fantastic job by our race winner Dimitri and by Litos, Darek and Reba for providing us with some entertaining racing. We'll be right back with you for the A race of the 500 to 900 skill points. Don't go anywhere.